Now the next video in this progress is going to be about roof mounting antennas. These are going to be the antennas that came in the bundle that are designed to be roof mounted on some sort of vehicle typically, and we're going to go through the install of that. Now in the next video specifically, I used a pointing 7-in-1 antenna, but all pointing installs will be almost identical to that one. Whether you've got a 7-in-1, a 5-in-1, a 2-in-1, a 3-in-1, there's a couple different versions. More or less the install for this will all be the same. Now if you've got a mobile mark antenna, I've got one here. I'm going to show you a couple things on that, and there are some slight differences we will review. So if you've got the pointing antenna, I suggest you stop the video here and you continue on to the next one. Most of your questions should be answered in that video. If you have a mobile mark antenna, hang around and I want to go over a couple key points. Alright, so now we have just our mobile mark friends here. This is going to be the mobile mark antenna similar to what you've got, white or black. They're all going to look pretty similar. I particularly am holding a 7-in-1 here. Again, the 5-in-1s will be almost identical to this. You'll just have a few less cables coming out the bottom. Now, for the install, it's going to be fairly similar to the one I do in the video, which you should just watch after we're done here. The cables come right out the bottom, as you can see. There's just not going to be this adhesive strip that the pointing one has. It's just kind of a foamy, I can put my fingers in, you can kind of see it bounce back. Now with the mobile marks, you're also going to need a grounding plane unless you're putting this on a metal surface. So the grounding plane will go in between the antenna and the roof directly, and there should be a hole in the middle. You can push all these cables through and it lines up. Now to get this to adhere to the roof, most people just use Dicor, and that is a pretty good adhesive. You can put that underneath the grounding plane to keep the water from going through the hole between the metal grounding plane and the roof. And then you can put another bead of Dicor around the antenna here, and that will keep any water from coming in here. And then once that's all adhered, that will work for you too. The instructions I know say to have this bolt come in, but like on my roof, that's not going to work. There's no way I could reach up to do that. So usually just some sort of adhesive will work fine. You can also use like a 3M tape, a good adhesive tape for some of that. And lastly, the only other comment I have is the cables. So you will see there are 7 cables coming from this. The default length is 6.8 feet. That's about 3 meters. They all are labeled, or they all should be labeled. The yellow one is GPS. That's going to be the only one that is unique there. The blue ones, on mine they say Wi-Fi, so that should be pretty straightforward too. And then you have these green and pink ones. The green one is going to be your main LTE, and you'll have 2, so these will both go to the main. And then you're going to have these 2 pink ones that will go to your aux, I think is what it's called on the PepWave, and that'll go to your aux LTE. So other than that, it's pretty straightforward. If you guys have any questions, of course, you can email us, comment below, and we will get to you. Alright guys, enjoy the next video, and I'll meet you back here.